What if I told you that a simple nickel, something you might have sitting in a dusty jar or forgotten in a drawer, could be worth more than a luxury mansion or your dream car? Today, we're diving into the jaw-dropping story of the 1974 no-mint Mark Jefferson nickel, valued at an astonishing $1.3 million. Yes, you heard that right, a nickel that could change your life forever. Now, you might be thinking, come on, a nickel worth millions? That sounds like something out of a Hollywood movie. But let me assure you, this is real, and it could very well involve you. Coins like this aren't just collectibles, they're treasure troves of history and value. But not just any nickel will do. There's a unique story behind this coin, and understanding it is your first step toward unlocking its true worth. The 1974 Jefferson nickel, like millions of other nickels, was minted during a time of economic uncertainty in the United States. But here's where it gets fascinating. Some coins from this year were struck without a mint mark, a small, seemingly insignificant detail that makes all the difference. First, what is a mint mark? It's that tiny letter on coins, D for Denver, S for San Francisco, or P for Philadelphia, that tells us where a coin was made. But in 1974, something incredible happened. Certain nickels were struck in Philadelphia, yet they lack the P mint mark entirely. To this day, experts aren't entirely sure how or why this occurred. Was it human error? A deliberate decision? Either way, this mistake has made the 1974 no-mint Mark Jefferson nickel a collector's dream. Let's pause for a second. Have you checked your wallet yet? If not, don't worry, I won't judge. I'd probably be tearing through my couch cushions too. But why is this nickel so valuable? Well, it's all about rarity, condition, and demand. Let's break it down. First up, condition. Coin collectors use a grading system that ranges from good to mint state. To fetch top dollar, yes, we're talking millions, your nickel needs to be in pristine condition, with clear details and minimal wear. Even a minor scratch can significantly affect its value. But that's not all. There's another factor that could make or break the value of your nickel, and it's something most people overlook completely. Next is rarity. Experts believe that only a handful of these 1974 no-mint mark nickels exist in collectible condition. And when you combine rarity with historical significance, you create a storm of demand among collectors willing to pay top dollar. Now, imagine holding a coin worth $1.3 million. Would you cash it in immediately, or frame it and hang it on your wall? But here's the thing, time is of the essence. The value of rare coins can fluctuate, and as more people discover these treasures, competition will only increase. Don't wait until it's too late to act. So, what's next? Start by checking your coins. Look for nickels from 1974 and inspect for the missing mint mark. If you find one or think you might have one, get it professionally appraised. And remember, every great treasure story starts with someone curious enough to look. Why not let it be you? This isn't just about finding a coin, it's about changing your life. A single discovery could lead to the financial freedom you've dreamed of. Whether it's paying off debt, buying your dream home, or living a lifestyle of luxury, the possibilities are endless. So, don't let this opportunity slip away. Start searching today. You never know, your journey to $1.3 million might begin with something as simple as a nickel. And if you thought this nickel was impressive, wait until you hear about the penny worth $2 million. Stay tuned, we're just getting started. What if I told you that a simple nickel, a coin you might have tossed aside without a second thought, could be worth a staggering $1.2 million? Think it's too good to be true? Well, buckle up, because today, we're diving into the extraordinary story of the 1981 P mint mark Monticello Jefferson nickel, a rare treasure hiding in plain sight. And guess what? This could be your ticket to a life of wealth and freedom. Stick around to the end, because I'll reveal exactly how to identify if you have this coin and why collectors are willing to pay a fortune for it. And trust me, you don't want to miss a single detail. Let's get started. First, let's talk about why rare coins like this are so valuable. Did you know that coins are one of the most collected items in the world? Unlike stocks or real estate, coins are tangible pieces of history. They're small, easy to store, and can explode in value overnight if the conditions are just right. But, and this is a big but, finding the right coin can feel like searching for a needle in a haystack. That's where knowledge and maybe a little luck comes in. Of course, most of us look at our spare change and think, ugh, just enough to get a stale gas station coffee. But hold on, what if that dime you dismissed could actually buy you the entire gas station? Wild, right? Enter the 1981p mint mark Monticello Jefferson nickel. At first glance, it looks like any ordinary nickel, but hidden in its DNA is a unique combination of rarity, history, and sheer perfection. It's like the Beyoncé of coins, 1 in a million. But what exactly makes this coin worth $1.2 million? Let's unravel that mystery. To understand why collectors are losing their minds over this coin, we need to talk about two things: its rarity and its condition. The 1981p nickel wasn't exactly a limited edition. In fact, the US Mint produced millions of them. But here's the kicker: only a handful have survived in perfect condition, what collectors call a grade of MS67 or higher. Imagine a coin so pristine, it looks like it was minted yesterday, no scratches, no blemishes, just pure perfection. This level of preservation is almost impossible for a coin that's over 40 years old. And that's why collectors are willing to pay top dollar for it. Now, you might be wondering, how on earth does a nickel stay flawless for 40 years? Does it come with its own security detail? Well, not exactly. Most of these coins were stashed away by savvy collectors or accidentally preserved in forgotten collections. Here's where it gets jaw-dropping. In 2021, a 1981p Monticello nickel graded at MS67 sold at auction for a mind-blowing $1.2 million. Yes, you heard that right, a nickel fetched more than some people's homes. And that sale changed everything for collectors and sellers alike. But how can you tell if your coin is the golden ticket? Let me show you what to look for. Okay, so how do you figure out if you're sitting on a treasure? First, flip the coin over and look for the mint mark. On the 1981p nickel, you'll find a small P on the reverse side, just above Monticello. Next, examine the coin's condition. Any visible scratches or wear? If yes, it might still be worth something, but we're aiming for near perfection here. If your coin looks promising, your next step is to have it professionally graded. This involves sending it to an expert who will determine its exact condition and assign it a grade. It's a bit like getting a car appraised, but with way more excitement. Don't worry, you don't have to be a coin expert. Many services will handle the grading for you, and some even guide you through the process step by step. Plus, what's a small investment if the payoff could be life-changing? Once your coin is graded, the real fun begins. Rare coin auctions, online marketplaces, and private collectors are all eager to pay a premium for treasures like this. But here's a tip: always do your research before selling. The right buyer could mean the difference between thousands and millions. Here's the bottom line: treasures like the 1981p Monticello Jefferson nickel are out there, waiting to be discovered. You don't need a fancy metal detector or a vault of old coins. All it takes is curiosity, a bit of effort, and maybe a touch of luck. Imagine finding this coin, cashing in for $1.2 million, and using that money to change your life. Pay off debt. Travel the world. Build a legacy for your family. That dream could be closer than you think. But you'll never know unless you look. So, what are you waiting for? That forgotten jar of coins in your closet could be the key to your future. Go check, and who knows? Your story might be the next one I share on this channel. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. I've got more stories of hidden treasures and life-changing discoveries coming your way. A dusty old jar of coins sitting on your kitchen counter could hold a secret treasure worth $1.3 million. Yes, you heard that right, $1 million nickel. But could your 1982D Monticello Jefferson nickel be the one collectors are dying to get their hands on? Stay with me to uncover the truth. And hey, if you're thinking, nah, my coins are just spare change, think again. One person thought the same, until their nickel sold for a life-changing fortune. You see, not all nickels are created equal. In 1982, at the Denver Mint, something extraordinary happened. A production anomaly gave birth to a coin so rare, it now has collectors worldwide scrambling to find one. Today, we're diving into what makes this Jefferson nickel so special, how to spot one, and why you might be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. But there's a catch: only a handful of these coins exist, and if you're not careful, you might miss the subtle signs that separate a jackpot from just another nickel in your pocket. Let's get to it. What exactly makes the 1982 D Jefferson nickel worth $1.3 million? First, let's talk about the minting process. In 1982, the Denver Mint faced unique challenges, leading to specific production errors. These anomalies created a highly sought-after full steps detail on the Monticello design. But what does that even mean? Okay, quick quiz. What's more rare, this coin or a person who actually uses change at the grocery store? Spoiler, it's the coin. The full steps feature means you can clearly see all 6 steps at the base of Thomas Jefferson's Monticello on the reverse side of the coin. A perfect strike like this is incredibly rare because of the mint's quality control issues in the early 80s. And collectors? They love perfection. But here's the thing, most people never bother to check their nickels for these details. The fear of missing out on a fortune is real, especially when someone else might cash in on a coin you overlooked. Now, here's where it gets even more exciting. Not every 1982 D nickel is valuable, so don't start cashing in your life savings yet. The specific ones worth millions meet certain criteria: immaculate condition, full steps clarity, and, ideally, certified by top graders like PCGS or NGC. Without these, your coin might just be, well, a regular nickel. But don't worry, we're going to cover exactly how to identify a $1 million 1982 D nickel. And trust me, you'll want to stick around, because I'm also revealing the one mistake that could cost you thousands. Alright, let's break it down step by step. First, grab your magnifying glass, yes, seriously, and check the reverse of your 1982 D nickel for those full steps. Look for 6 perfectly defined lines on the Monticello. No blur, no scratches. If it's there, congratulations. You've got something special. And hey, don't tell me you don't have a magnifying glass. If Sherlock Holmes carried one, so can you. Next, examine the coin's condition. A pristine, uncirculated coin is what collectors pay top dollar for. If your nickel has seen better days, well, it might still be worth a decent chunk, but not quite the jackpot. Now, for the exciting part, getting your coin graded. This is where experts like PCGS come in. They'll certify the authenticity and condition of your nickel, potentially unlocking that $1.3 million payday. But timing is everything. So, what's next? Don't let this opportunity slip through your fingers. Check your spare change, dig through those coin collections, and take action. Your financial freedom could be hiding in plain sight, literally in your pocket. But remember, the window to sell at top value won't last forever. The coin market is competitive, and the time to act is now. And if you're still doubting, just imagine telling your friends you became a millionaire thanks to a nickel. That's a story worth bragging about. Now, here's my challenge to you: go find your nickels, and let me know in the comments if you think you found the $1 million coin. And don't forget to subscribe, because in my next video, I'm revealing another rare coin that could be worth even more. Would you believe me if I told you a coin as ordinary as the 1985 P. Jefferson nickel could make you a millionaire overnight? That's right, this tiny piece of pocket change is currently valued at $1.20 million. Why? How? And do you have one tucked away, unknowingly sitting on a gold mine? Stay with me, because what I'm about to share could change your life forever. By the way, when was the last time you actually looked at your spare change? If you're like most of us, you're probably using it to dig gum out of your car seats, or worse, leaving it for the vending machine that always eats your quarters. Don't worry, by the end of this video, you'll never look at loose coins the same way again. Let's start with the basics. The Jefferson nickel has been around since 1938, but the 1985 P Mint Mark Edition holds a secret that has captivated collectors and investors alike. This particular coin was minted in Philadelphia. The P stands for the mint location. And while most coins minted that year are worth only face value, a select few possess an extraordinary rarity. One of them recently sold for $1.2 million at auction. But here's the twist: not every 1985p nickel is valuable. So how do you know if you're holding a jackpot in your hand, or just 5 cents? We'll get to that in a moment. Before you grab your jar of coins, don't panic. Yes, the search might take a little time, but trust me, once you hear what makes this coin so special, you'll want to start digging. Here's where it gets interesting. The value of the 1985p nickel skyrockets because of its rarity and near-perfect condition. Grading agencies like PCGS and NGC assign coins a rating from 1 to 70, with 70 being flawless. A 1985p nickel-graded MS-68, a near-pristine state, was what sold for $1.2 million. But here's the kicker: these coins were mass-produced, and minting errors occurred. Some have slight imperfections like doubling on the lettering or a misaligned die, making them even more desirable to collectors. These minting quirks add unique value, turning a common coin into an extraordinary prize. And let me tell you, the market for rare coins is on fire. Collectors are scrambling to get their hands on rarities like this, pushing prices higher and higher. Which means if you own one, now is the time to act. But how do you find out if you have the nickel worth millions? And what's the best way to sell it if you do? We'll dive into that next, stay tuned. Okay, let's get to the good stuff: how to find out if your 1985p Jefferson nickel is worth a fortune. Step 1. Examine the condition. Look for signs of wear and tear. If the coin is dull, scratched, or damaged, its value decreases significantly. However, a shiny, almost untouched coin might be worth sending to a professional grading service. If your coin looks like it's been through the garbage disposal, maybe don't quit your day job just yet. Look for errors. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the lettering, Monticello dome, or mint mark for unusual details. If you spot anything odd, congratulations, you might have hit the jackpot. Finally, if your coin passes the test, it's time to sell. Reach out to reputable coin dealers, auction houses, or online platforms like Heritage Auctions. A professional appraisal is key to unlocking its full potential value. And remember, when demand is high, timing is everything. Imagine what $1.2 million could do for your life: pay off debts, buy your dream home, or fund an early retirement. That's the power of a single rare coin. And the truth is, treasures like this could be hiding in plain sight. So what are you waiting for? Check your drawers, your jars, even your couch cushions. You never know where your fortune might be hiding. And if you're still skeptical, remember this: every millionaire coin collector started with one discovery. Maybe today is your turn. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs a little inspiration and maybe a little spare change. What if I told you that a humble coin sitting in your jar, wallet, or desk drawer could be worth $1.1 million? Yes, a nickel. You heard that right, a 1992 Jefferson Monticello nickel with a P mint mark. Imagine discovering something so small, yet so powerful, it could change the course of your life forever. Let's unravel the mystery behind this extraordinary coin: what makes it valuable, how to identify it, and why time is of the essence for collectors seeking to cash in. Let's rewind the clock to 1992. The U.S. Mint in Philadelphia struck billions of coins. Among these was the Jefferson Monticello nickel, a coin we've all handled countless times. But what sets this particular coin apart? A tiny error. One so small, you might need a magnifying glass to see it. Yet, it's this error that skyrocketed its worth to $1.1 million. This isn't just about numismatics, it's about the thrill of uncovering a hidden treasure. Imagine stumbling upon this nickel, one of the rarest and most sought-after coins of our time. But here's where it gets fascinating: this error wasn't intentional. It was a happy accident, a mistake from the mint that birthed a collector's dream. And if you're thinking, I can't even find my car keys, let alone a rare nickel, don't worry. I'll guide you step by step on where to look and what to look for. Spoiler alert, start with that jar of mystery coins everyone has in the kitchen. Now, here's where it gets exciting. What makes the 1992p Monticello Jefferson nickel so special? It's all about the details. This nickel contains a rare die variation, a subtle flaw in the coin's design, specifically in the Monticello engraving and the mint mark. Collectors describe it as the holy grail of modern nickels, but don't just take my word for it. In 2023, one of these rare coins sold at auction for $1.1 million. Think about that for a moment. How many people do you know who've turned 5 cents into a fortune? If that doesn't spark some excitement, I don't know what will. Here's the real question: could you be holding one right now? And if you are, how can you know for sure? The answer lies in understanding its unique characteristics, and I'm about to reveal them to you. First, check the year, 1992. Next, look closely for the P mint mark, located just to the right of Jefferson's portrait. Finally, inspect the Monticello engraving on the reverse side. The error is subtle but unmistakable to a trained eye. Don't worry if this sounds complicated, I'll break it down so you can become a coin detective in minutes. But here's the catch: these coins are rare, and demand is sky high. Collectors and auction houses are in a frenzy to get their hands on them. Every day you wait, your chances of cashing in decrease. Think of it as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, because that's exactly what it is. Let me tell you about one man who found a fortune. He was an ordinary guy, just like you, sorting through coins for fun. When he discovered the rare 1992 P nickel, he couldn't believe his eyes. A quick trip to a professional coin grader confirmed it: he was sitting on a gold mine. That coin sold for $1.1 million at auction, forever changing his life. He used the money to pay off his mortgage, start a business, and travel the world. That's the power of rare coins. Now, don't go quitting your job just yet, but imagine what you'd do with $1 million. Pay off debts? Retire early? Buy a yacht and name it the Nickelback? Here's what you need to do: look for the 1992 P Jefferson nickel. If you think you've found one, get it professionally graded. Even if you don't have the golden ticket, this process could reveal other valuable coins you never knew you had. Remember, knowledge is power and wealth. And here's the kicker: this isn't just about a nickel. It's about a mindset. The belief that hidden treasures are all around us, waiting to be discovered. Will you be the one to find them? Don't wait too long, because as they say, fortune favors the bold. And you, my friend, are bold enough to try. Would you believe that a simple nickel sitting in your pocket could be worth $1.4 million? Sounds impossible, right? But this coin, an ordinary-looking 1974 Monticello Jefferson nickel with no mint mark, has turned everyday people into overnight millionaires. What if I told you there's a chance you've been holding a fortune in your hands and didn't even know it? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll learn exactly what makes this rare coin so valuable, how to identify if you own one, and the secrets collectors don't want you to know. And trust me, you don't want to miss a single second. Because this could be the one opportunity to change your life forever. 1974 was a year of upheaval in the United States. The country was reeling from Watergate, inflation was skyrocketing, and the average American was doing everything they could to make ends meet. Little did they know, nestled within their loose change was a potential treasure. The 1974 Jefferson nickel, minted in Philadelphia, was supposed to carry a tiny P mint mark. But somehow, either due to a minting error or an intentional experiment, a small number were produced without it. These unassuming coins were distributed into circulation, blending in with millions of others, and for decades, their true worth remained hidden. But here's where it gets interesting: the scarcity of these nickels, combined with their historical significance, has created a perfect storm in the world of coin collecting. A single coin, once worth only 5 cents, now holds the potential to command $1.4 million at auction. Let that sink in for a moment. 5 cents into over $1 million. How does that happen? Crazy, right? I mean, who knew that pocket change could be the new Bitcoin? So, what exactly makes this coin so special? It all comes down to rarity and condition. The missing mint mark immediately sets it apart, but here's the catch: only a small handful of these nickels have been discovered in pristine condition. To fetch the big bucks, your coin needs to meet specific criteria. Look closely for these telltale signs: a no mint mark below Monticello on the coin's reverse. Mint state condition. This means minimal wear and tear, strong strike details, with the Monticello building clearly visible. And here's a little known fact that might blow your mind: collectors are desperate for these coins. Bidding wars have driven prices to astronomical heights. In fact, one collector was so determined to get their hands on this nickel that they paid, wait for it, $1.40 million. Now, imagine if you found one in your coin jar or old collection. What would you do with that kind of money? A dream house? Early retirement? A vacation around the world? But wait, how do you even know if you have this rare nickel? And what's the fastest way to cash in if you do? That's where it gets even more interesting. Here's how you can take action right now. First, gather every nickel you can find, check your old jars, dresser drawers, and even that forgotten piggy bank from your childhood. And next, inspect each one carefully under good lighting. Remember, you're looking for that missing mint mark on the back of the 1974 Jefferson nickel. If you think you've struck gold, don't panic. The next step is getting it professionally appraised. Reputable numismatists or coin grading services like PCGS or NGC can verify its authenticity and grade its condition. And here's the golden rule: never sell your coin without knowing its true value. Unscrupulous buyers prey on inexperienced sellers, offering pennies on the dollar for what could be a life-changing fortune. Now, I know what you're thinking, this sounds too good to be true. But remember, the only way to miss out is to not even try. Hey, even if you don't find the $1 million nickel, you might discover some valuable pennies or quarters along the way. Bonus: the clock is ticking. Every day, more of these rare nickels are discovered and sold, leaving fewer for the rest of us.so. What are you waiting for? Start your treasure hunt today. If you've got questions or want to learn more about other valuable coins, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We're diving into even more $1 million coin stories next week. Could a single coin in your pocket make you a millionaire? No, this isn't clickbait, this is reality. Right now, one 2008 D-Mint Mark Monticello Jefferson nickel is valued at an astonishing $977,569. Yes, you heard that right, nearly $1 million for a 5-cent coin. How many nickels have you mindlessly tossed into jars, forgotten in your car, or dare I say, used to buy gum? What if one of those nickels held the key to the life of luxury you've been dreaming about? By the end of this video, you'll not only know why this specific coin is worth so much, but also how you can uncover similar treasures hiding in plain sight. Before we dive into what makes this particular coin worth nearly $1 million, let's set the stage. It's 2008. The US Mint releases its standard Jefferson nickels. Millions of coins are minted, as usual. Yet, within this sea of ordinary coins, a rare anomaly is born: the 2008 D-Mint Mark Monticello Jefferson nickel. A coin so rare, collectors around the world would do anything to get their hands on it. But what exactly makes it so valuable? And more importantly, could you own one without even realizing it? Hold that thought. First, let's talk about rarity. In the world of coin collecting, rarity is king. The 2008 D-nickel stands apart because of 3 key factors: a limited error during production, its remarkable condition in circulation, and, well, we'll get to the third factor in just a moment. But first, let's address the elephant in the room: how can a nickel be worth nearly $1 million? It all comes down to errors. Specifically, a rare strike error where the details on Monticello, the iconic mansion, were improperly imprinted. This creates a distinct and unintentional design flaw, making it one of a kind. And in the world of numismatics, one of a kind is priceless. Imagine opening your junk drawer, finding a nickel, and realizing you've just won the lottery. Sounds crazy, right? But for some lucky individuals, it's not just a dream, it's their reality. Now, you might be thinking, okay, a rare design flaw makes it valuable. But how does it reach such a jaw-dropping value? Well, that's where the third factor comes in, and trust me, this one's a game changer. The third factor is simple yet powerful: demand. Wealthy collectors are always on the hunt for rare coins to complete their collections, and they're willing to pay top dollar. Combine rarity, condition, and demand, and suddenly a nickel is no longer worth 5 cents, it's worth a fortune. But here's the catch: these opportunities don't last forever. The market can change, and what's valuable today might not be tomorrow. That's why it's crucial to take action now. Want to know if you own one of these incredible coins? Here's what to do: check the year. Look for 2008 on your Jefferson nickels, find the mint mark. Look for the tiny D mark on the right-hand side, inspect Monticello, look closely for any unusual design details. A magnifying glass is your best friend here. Pattern interrupt humor: if you're squinting at your coins and starting to feel like Sherlock Holmes, don't worry, that's normal. The truth is, treasures like the 2008 D Mint Mark nickel are all around us. It's not just about coins, it's about unlocking the hidden wealth in everyday life. Whether it's a nickel worth nearly $1 million or another rare find, these opportunities are within your reach. You just need to start looking. And here's the kicker, this isn't the only rare coin out there. In my next video, we'll reveal another coin that could make you a millionaire. Don't miss it. You walk into your local coffee shop and casually pay for a latte with a handful of change. Among the nickels jingling in your pocket lies a coin so rare, so valuable, it could transform your life forever. Sound like a fantasy? Think again. Yes, you heard that right. One single 2010 D Monticello Jefferson nickel could be worth up to $877,576. Could it be sitting in your drawer, collecting dust, while your millionaire dreams slip away? But wait, hold up. Before you start flipping over furniture looking for loose change, let's dive into why this nickel is so special and how you can figure out if you own one. Also, I promise, we'll get to the six-figure payday soon. But hey, no pressure. It's not like you want to miss out on a small fortune or anything. Right? To understand the magic behind this 2010 D Jefferson nickel, we need to travel back in time. First, let's talk about the Monticello design, a symbol of American heritage, etched into our pockets since 1938. But not every nickel is created equal, and in 2010, something extraordinary happened. The Denver Mint, the D on your coin, produced millions of nickels that year. Yet, only a select few were struck with a remarkable error that makes them worth their weight in gold, and then some. Wait, did I just say gold? Yep. I know you're thinking, how is a 5-cent coin worth more than my car? Great question. And no, it's not just because we've got inflation. Stay with me, it's about to get interesting. Experts have identified rare die errors in certain 2010 D nickels, tiny imperfections that were created during the minting process. These mistakes make the coin unique, and collectors will pay top dollar to own it. But here's the catch, spotting these errors isn't easy. So, how do you know if your 2010 D Jefferson nickel is the one collectors are willing to shell out hundreds of thousands for? Let's find out. Here's what to look for. Start with the Monticello dome. Is it perfectly rounded, or does it have a faint double image? Next, check the lettering, especially E pluribus unum. Are there unusual marks or doubling? Finally, inspect the edges for any cracks or irregularities. These errors, known as die clashes or doubling, could mean you've hit the jackpot. Still with me? Good. Because this is the part where it gets really exciting or terrifying, depending on whether you find that special coin or not. But here's the thing, time is ticking. Rare coins like this don't stay unnoticed for long. As more collectors discover these 2010 D nickels, the market value could skyrocket or disappear. The window to act is now. Now, let's address the question you're all asking, where do you sell a coin like this for maximum profit? Stick around for the final step, you won't want to miss it. The best place to sell a rare nickel is through trusted auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stacksbauers. These platforms connect you with serious collectors willing to pay top dollar for coins like yours. And if you're just starting out, don't worry, we'll link some beginner resources below. So, what's stopping you? That humble nickel in your pocket might be the key to your financial freedom. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. Check your coins, do your homework, and take the leap. Because in a world full of possibilities, sometimes the smallest things, like a nickel, can make the biggest difference. What if I told you that a simple nickel, yes, a nickel, could change your life forever? Not just any nickel, though, a USA 2021 D Mint Mark Monticello Jefferson nickel worth a jaw-dropping $537,576. Think it's impossible? Keep watching, because in the next 10 minutes, you'll learn why this small coin has skyrocketed in value and how you might be sitting on a treasure trove without even knowing it. Coins like these don't just hold value, they hold stories, history, and opportunities that could completely transform your financial future. But here's the scary part, many people are unknowingly spending coins worth hundreds of thousands of dollars at gas stations or grocery stores. Imagine losing $500,000 just because you didn't know what to look for. Let me guess, you're tempted to start dumping out your piggy bank right now, right? Well, hold that thought. We'll get there soon. The 2021 D. Jefferson nickel is a shining example of how seemingly ordinary items can become extraordinary treasures. This coin was minted in Denver, marked by the distinctive D, but what makes this nickel worth more than $500,000? It all comes down to a combination of rarity, condition, and demand. You see, in 2021, the Monticello Jefferson nickel wasn't your typical run-of-the-mill coin. A few rare specimens left the mint in pristine condition, untouched by circulation. Add to that a striking error that collectors are going wild for, and you've got the perfect storm for skyrocketing value. But what exactly is this error? Don't worry, we're diving into that in just a moment. Before we reveal the specifics of this six-figure coin, let me ask you, have you ever dreamed of stumbling upon something priceless in the most unexpected place? Maybe a rare coin tucked away in a drawer, a stamp in an old album, or even a painting found at a thrift store? Remember the guy who bought a dusty painting at a yard sale for $30, only to find it was worth millions? Stories like that are more common than you think, and your coin collection could be next. Now, back to the 2021 D. Jefferson nickel. Its unique error, a subtle misalignment of the Monticello engraving on the reverse, has made it an absolute must-have for serious collectors. And in the world of coin collecting, rarity drives prices through the roof. Experts estimate only a handful of these error coins exist in mint condition, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar to own one. Here's the kicker, these opportunities don't last forever. Once collectors snatch up these rare coins, prices can climb even higher, or the chance to sell could vanish completely. And speaking of selling, how do you even know if your nickel is the nickel? Let's break it down. Now, here's how you can determine if you've hit the jackpot. First, grab any 2021 nickels you have and check for the D-mint mark under the year. Then, inspect the Monticello building on the reverse. If you notice a slight misalignment or a faint doubling in the design, you might just have something extraordinary. And hey, if your eyesight isn't what it used to be, maybe call in some younger eyes to help. It's a family treasure hunt, right? Once you've identified a potential treasure, have it authenticated by a reputable coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll confirm its condition and grade, which directly impacts its value. Then, consider auctioning it through platforms like Heritage Auctions or consulting with high-end coin dealers. Think about this, a single nickel could unlock financial freedom, a dream vacation, or even early retirement. The key is taking action now. Don't let a life-changing opportunity pass you by because of hesitation or disbelief. If you found this video valuable, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. Subscribe for more tips on uncovering hidden treasures in your everyday life. And who knows, our next video might feature the exact coin that's sitting in your pocket right now. What if I told you the most ordinary-looking coin in your pocket could be worth over $400,000? That's right, a single, seemingly unremarkable 2022 Jefferson nickel with a P-mint mark recently fetched a mind-blowing $437,579 at auction. Could you be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it? Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll learn exactly what makes this coin so valuable and how to check if you own one of these golden tickets to financial freedom. And no, we're not joking. Although, if you're already rummaging through your couch cushions, you might want to pause, those coins aren't going anywhere. First, let's unravel the mystery behind this extraordinary coin. The 2022 Jefferson nickel may look ordinary at first glance, featuring Thomas Jefferson on the front and his iconic Monticello home on the back. But hidden within certain batches is a rare minting error that makes these coins exceedingly valuable. These errors aren't just flaws, they're collectibles sought after by passionate coin enthusiasts and auction houses alike. But what exactly are these errors? And why would anyone pay more than the cost of a luxury car or even a house for one of these nickels? Don't worry, we'll uncover all of that shortly. But first, here's a critical tip: the clock is ticking on this opportunity. You see, the value of these coins can skyrocket, but the window to capitalize on their rarity is shrinking as collectors snap them up. Imagine finding out too late that you held one of these treasures in your hand. The regret? Unimaginable. Now, Be honest, when was the last time you even looked at the change in your pocket? If it's been years, maybe now's a good time to start, and maybe treat those coins better than you do your house keys. Okay, let's shift gears from fear of missing out to the thrill of discovery. What makes this coin stand out? And, more importantly, how can you find one? The key lies in the minting error, a phenomenon that turns a common coin into a coveted masterpiece. For the 2022 Monticello Jefferson nickel, errors like die clashes, off-center strikes, and doubling in the design can increase its worth exponentially. These rare traits turn the ordinary into the extraordinary, like finding a diamond in a pile of coal. But here's the kicker: spotting these errors isn't always easy. Even seasoned collectors have overlooked hidden gems in their stash. Later in this video, we'll reveal the telltale signs you need to know to identify your rare nickel. Oh, and don't worry, no magnifying glass? No problem. Though you might need to borrow your kid's science kit for this one. Alright, so you've got a pile of nickels ready to inspect. Here's your step-by-step guide to unlocking the potential treasure in your possession. Look for a 2022 date and a P mint mark. If you've got that, you're one step closer. Grab a magnifying tool and carefully examine the coin's surface for any irregularities, doubling, misalignments, or peculiar markings. Found something promising? Contact a professional coin grader to confirm its authenticity. Remember, this step is crucial, don't skip it. And now, the moment you've been waiting for: what happens if you find one of these rare coins? The next 60 seconds could change your life. Let's talk numbers. That $437,579 sale wasn't an anomaly. Rare coins consistently sell for jaw-dropping sums at auction houses and online marketplaces. Finding a 2022 Monticello nickel with a rare error could be your ticket to a life of financial freedom. Imagine paying off debts, traveling the world, or even retiring early, all thanks to a nickel. And yes, this time we do mean the coin, not a 5-cent phone call from the 1980s. But here's the truth: rare finds don't last forever. The longer you wait, the more opportunities slip through your fingers. So, what are you waiting for? The next treasure might be hiding in plain sight, in your own pocket. Now it's your turn. Grab those coins, examine every detail, and take the first step toward transforming loose change into life-changing wealth. If you learned something valuable today, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more stories about rare coins and hidden treasures. Who knows?